Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and in this video, I'll be unboxing and doing a hands-on review of the Vivo Y75 5G. So here's the box. In India, this phone is being priced at 21,990 rupees. It comes with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. It's available in two colors, Starlight Black and the glowing Galaxy. We have the black color with us right now. Now the main highlights for this phone would be its dual mode 5G chip, 50 megapixel primary camera, MediaTek Dimensity 700 processor with a bigger battery, fast charging support, and most importantly a pretty good form factor. So without any further delays, first let's have a quick unboxing. Once again, here's the box. On the front it just says Y75 5G and we got a preview of the phone as well. On the back side we have some of the highlighting features, price and some specs. Now let's unbox it. First we have a smaller box, then we have the phone itself. Under the phone we get some barcode stickers. Next we got the 18-watt fast charger, a USB Type-C charging cable. Next we got the earphones and finally a SIM card ejector tool. Now inside the smaller box we just get some documentation and a transparent silicone case. Now coming back to the phone, let me just remove the cover. Now this is how the phone looks on the front and this is how the phone looks on the back. Now first let's have a physical overview. On the back side, this phone has a glass or probably a fiberglass with a nice matte finish to it, which will prevent a lot of smudges. And underneath that, we got a pretty cool pattern, which Vivo calls the Starlight Black. At the top, we got the camera module with a triple camera setup, followed by the Vivo branding at the bottom. On the front, we got a pretty huge display with a dewdrop notch. Inside the notch, we got the front-facing camera, and above that, we got the earpiece and some sensors. Below the display, it's completely plain, and the chin is slightly on the bigger side. Now for the sides, on the right side, we got the volume buttons along with the power button, which also acts like a fingerprint scanner. At the top, we got the secondary microphone for noise cancellation and the SIM card tray housing a nano SIM slot along with the hybrid SD card slot. On the left side, it's completely plain. And finally at the bottom, we got the audio jack followed by the primary microphone, USB Type-C charging port and the speaker grill. Next, this phone has a thickness of 8.25 mm and weighs just 187 grams. Initial impressions, just from the looks, you can't say that this phone is pretty sleek, but when you hold it in your hand, you can definitely feel that the phone is pretty sleek and it also feels pretty lightweight in hand. And considering it has a massive 5000 mAh battery, I say Vivo has done a pretty good job, especially in terms of overall form factor and the weight distribution. Now these are the complete specifications of this phone. On the rear, it's got a triple camera setup with a 50 megapixel primary camera with f1.8 aperture, followed by a 2 megapixel camera for taking portrait shots and another 2 megapixel camera for taking macro shots. For selfies, we get a 16 megapixel camera with f2.0 aperture. Now when it comes to display, this phone has a 6.58 inch LCD display with Full HD Plus resolution with 90.6% screen to body ratio. When it comes to performance, this phone sports a MediaTek Dimensity 700 processor with Mali G57 MC2 GPU with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. When it comes to battery, this phone is powered by a 5000 mAh battery, supports fast charging and also comes with an 18 watts power adapter inside the box. Now this is how the phone looks with the case on. It's just a soft silicone case. It gives you basic protection and prevents smudges and gives you some extra grip, but that's it. If you want some real drop protection, I would recommend you to get a better case. For initial usage, this case is definitely pretty good. Now let me just turn on the phone. Now this is how the phone looks once you turn it on and set it up. This is the default home screen, the default launcher. This is how the basic UI looks like. This is the app drawer, notification panel, settings page. Now let's check out the about page. This phone is running FunTouch OS 12 based on Android 12. And right out of the box, it's got the December security patch, which is pretty decent. Now here's the storage information. Out of that 128GB of space, we get about 107GB of space for our user apps and user data. And out of that 8GB of RAM, we get about 4.9GB of RAM free for our usage, which is definitely pretty good. Now this is the camera interface. It looks like any other Vivo phone out there. We got the default photo mode, super macro mode toggle. On the left side we got the portrait mode, night mode. On the right side we got the video mode and the more section for additional features. We got a pretty similar interface even for the front facing camera. Now these are some sample shots. Now let's test the speaker. This phone has just a single speaker at the bottom and this is how it sounds. Speaker loudness on this phone is pretty good enough for ringtones, alarms, and even for media consumption. Now let's test the fingerprint scanner. This one has a side-mounted fingerprint scanner where your power button also acts like a fingerprint scanner. And the performance is also pretty good. It almost instantaneously unlocks the phone. Here's a quick preview once again. We also got the face unlock feature on this phone. In good lighting conditions and even in low lighting conditions, face unlock works really well. It unlocks the phone almost instantaneously. Here's a quick preview. Surprisingly, even in complete darkness situations, face unlock works really well and almost unlocks the phone within a second. Once again, here's a preview. So guys, this is the new Vivo Y75 5G. Overall, it's got a lot of cool new things, especially that 5G technology, bigger battery, fast charging support, and surprisingly, it's also got a pretty good form factor as well. So guys, if you're looking to buy a phone around 22,000 rupees, you can definitely consider this phone. So guys, what do you think about this phone? Do let me know by commenting below this video. With that said, this is Nikhil signing off. See you in my next video.